The chamber was silent for a moment, the kind of silence that hums with tension, where every breath and every heartbeat feels heavier than usual. The air was thick with anticipation. Reporters leaned forward with pens hovering above their notepads, cameras clicked in rapid bursts, and aides shuffled nervously along the marble floors. Something was about to happen, and everyone could sense it. Senator Elizabeth Warren, known for her sharp intellect and relentless debating style, adjusted her glasses and fixed her gaze across the room. Her target was clear: Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. Kennedy, with his southern drawl and unshakable demeanor, had often been underestimated in Washington circles. His folksy wit sometimes made his colleagues smirk, but behind the warm expressions and down-home sayings was a lawyer trained at Oxford, a man who knew how to fight back when pushed too far. That day, Warren was determined to dismantle him publicly. She began with a barrage of pointed questions about policy, lacing them with sarcasm and an air of superiority. Her voice grew sharper with each word, echoing through the chamber like a prosecutor tearing into a witness. She raised her eyebrows, tilted her head, and spoke with the confidence of someone certain she was cornering her opponent. "Senator Kennedy," Warren said, her tone dripping with condescension, "do you really believe that your position on this issue represents the best interests of the American people? Or is it simply more of your colorful storytelling meant to distract from the truth?" The room erupted in murmurs. The challenge was bold, almost humiliating in tone. Several senators glanced at Kennedy, expecting him to shrink back or respond with one of his trademark jokes that might lighten the tension but surrender the point. Warren smiled thinly, already writing the headlines in her mind: "Warren silences Kennedy." But Kennedy didn't flinch. He leaned back in his chair, folded his hands on the desk, and allowed the silence to stretch until the weight of it turned the audience's attention entirely onto him. Then, slowly, with the calm voice of a man completely at ease, he said, "Senator, I've found that when folks don't have the facts, they tend to raise their voices. And you've been raising yours for quite a while now." The chamber froze. Some gasped, others chuckled under their breath. Warren's smile faltered. Kennedy wasn't done. He leaned forward, his eyes fixed on hers, his southern cadence deliberate, steady, and cutting in its simplicity. "I may not talk the way you do, Senator. I may not use $10 words when a nickel one will do. But I'll tell you this, folks back home, they don't want fancy speeches. They want solutions. They want someone who listens to their worries about feeding their kids, paying their bills, and keeping their jobs. They don't need to be impressed. They need to be heard. And if you think belittling me makes you closer to their struggles, you're Ms.